Welcome into another edition of Fantasy Interventions Quick Shots. On today's episode, we dive into the first round of the NFL Draft. We're talking about the best landing spots for offensive fantasy positions. I'm not talking about who are the best players or who are the best fantasy assets to have, who's the rookie 101. Throw that out the window for this quick shot. Rather, we're talking which NFL teams are best suited for the position they drafted Thursday night that creates opportunity for immediate fantasy impact. We believe Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver in the draft, but did he land in the best place to maximize the fantasy potential? Let's take a look.
All right, who wants a shot? Quick shots.
Starting with quarterback, Trevor Lawrence was the first off the board as expected, but I don't believe the Jags were the best landing spot for a quarterback. In fact, I believe the San Francisco 49ers were. I may have put Carolina or Denver above the 49ers, but with neither one of them taking a quarterback, it leaves me to believe the San Francisco 49ers, who drafted Trey Lance, were the best team to draft a quarterback in round one. Hear me out. Anytime a young quarterback can go to a franchise just 1 year removed from the Super Bowl should feel very good about their opportunity. With playmakers all around the field, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Raheem Mostert, and I don't need to introduce George Kittle. These guys are players who can create once the ball's in their hand, and they're going to make Trey Lance look really good for fantasy as long as he can get the ball into their hands. Back in 2019, Jimmy Garoppolo was quarterback 14. If Trey Lance can take the snaps in week one as the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, with this offense built around him, I believe he can be a top 15 quarterback as a rookie in 2021. And let's take a look at running backs. Surprisingly, both Travis Etienne and Najee Harris go in the first round last night in back-to-back picks. And there's going to be debate. Who's the better running back? Who should be your rookie 101 in non-two quarterback leagues? Who's going to have the better career between the two? But I'm just here to tell you who landed in the best spot to have an immediate impact for fantasy football. The Pittsburgh Steelers were the best spot for either one of these two running backs to land. The team everyone expected to take a running back followed through by taking Najee Harris at 24 overall. And although the Steelers have been in the bottom four of rushing yards per game over the past 3 seasons, it doesn't make them a bad fantasy spot. It is important to remember, James Conner was a viable fantasy football running back when he was healthy. Over 12 points per game over the past 2 seasons, and back in 2018, he ended as RB6. The main reason he produced so much was his activity in the passing game. He had over 3 targets per game, and in both 2019 and 2020, his single season high targets was 8. The receiving role of this landing spot is why I believe it to be the better spot over the Jacksonville Jaguars, who took ETN at 25 overall. I think Najee Harris will be the bell cow in Pittsburgh. He'll have plenty of opportunity to produce top 12 running back seasons over the next couple of years. And lastly, the wide receiver position. I had the Green Bay Packers queued up. I thought it was going to be the easy choice this year, but once again, they pass on a wide receiver. Therefore, the best landing spot for a wide receiver in the first round is where the best wide receiver landed, the Cincinnati Bengals. Look, Miami, Philly, Baltimore, and the New York Giants, they all take wide receivers in the first round. But when I look at these 5 teams, Cincinnati stands out as the best opportunity for a wide receiver to have an immediate impact in fantasy football. Cincinnati threw the ball over 36 times per game last season. And on top of that, they let A.J. Green walk, who had 104 targets last year. I expect we could add 10 targets to the 104 vacated targets, and that's about where Jamar Chase will end up in 2021. And although he may not reach the 125 targets Justin Jefferson had as a rookie last year, I do believe Cincinnati expands their passing offense and once again has 3 wide receivers over 100 targets in 2021. Jamar Chase will have a great opportunity to put up a top 24 season in fantasy football during his rookie year. Well, there you have it. My favorite landing spots per position from round 1 of the NFL draft. There in the comments, let us know, who do you think landed in the best spot for immediate fantasy impact based on their position? Subscribe to Fantasy Intervention on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter at TrevsFantasyPod, and please smash that like button on your way out.